Your social security number is a corporation.
Now, what I don't understand about that is how do you profit from that? Because I went down the rabbit hole. I done tried to figure out, like, I know the social is more than what it is.
The way you profit is through credit. That when it's not being used, it's being circulated somewhere. If you're not using it, that number is out there. You need it to do everything when it comes to finances.
Now, I done had a couple people on my show that was big on the credit. And that's another thing that, once again, we was behind the eight ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We 18, 19. We don't know shit about credit.
They was sending them cars. We was going to the plaza like
Fucking them bitches up.
like I ain't paying none of this.
Bro, nigga in
It's
debt.
free money.
Nigga done had a credit card for a year. He in debt. Like, because we buying
Lack of
stupid
knowledge.
shit and we not understanding. I really wish I could rewind my life, because it was a point in life where I had new shoes every week. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I went to college, I spent a whole $1,000 on shoes. I ain't even wear most of I don't have any of them shoes anymore. Majority of the guys ran around in the shoes, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, at 18, 19 years old, I would say I probably ran through a good 20K, you know what I'm saying, just on Jabos and dumb shit, and, you know, making
Ain't
sure I had a
nobody wearing
juice at
straps
lunch.
no more.
Make sure I got a juice at lunch and shit, you know what I'm saying? But if I was properly educated, then ain't no telling where I'd be in life right now.
And that's the school system. To me, the school system is terrible, man. You got so many creeds and races and different types of people with just one system to learn under. Like, y'all all got to learn this one system that's systematically biased anyway.
Right.
Like, I'm reading tests talking about Sally got 5 apples at the farmer's market and she gave 3 to Billy. So I'm like, instead of just solving that problem, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is a farmer's market? Why can't you put something that I can relate to? Like, I don't know, Day Day and Keisha went to the corner store to get 5 lavish. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go through that quick.
Right. I already know what them. I can break that down easier.
But that's the way they make us look stupid. Not because we can't learn material, not because we can't retain things. It's the way that you present it. And everything is about perspective. That's life. We all live in the same reality, just through different perspectives.
Do kids even take these tests that we say? You know, like the Iowa test.
Man,
Are they even taking these tests anymore?
they taking a few more, some of them. It seemed like my son was taking a test every other week.
I know one time I went to go, this was when my son was in daycare. I had went to go read to the class and shit.
Right.
So at that time, I chuckled at the book that they gave me, but it was real. It was called Chloe Finds a Gun. You feel me? So I read the book to them and shit, and told them what to do and what not to do if they find a gun. And that made me look at life like, damn, like, why do our kids need to
Have this book.
right? Why is this the thing that they need to learn right now? Now, I'm a licensed gun owner, you know what I'm saying, but my son would never find my gun because it is protected. You know what I'm saying? Only I have access to that motherfucker. Nobody else in my house knows the combination to get into that motherfucker.
Right.
So it's like, instead of me reading something fun and something for them to laugh at, I had to read something serious.
Yeah, it's sad because, and the sad thing about it is it's needed because the world is moving so fast right now. Like, you ever sit down and talk to like a 5 or 6 year old, they could hold a conversation with you better than some adults.
Oh my baby.
And it's like, even with me, like, I had to get on with the social media and everything that I didn't like, I had to adapt to it. Because if you don't, one thing about this world, if you don't adapt, you just going to be behind. Too far behind to catch up.
Facts. And then with kids, that make it even worse because now they smarter than you and they sneaky and more conniving than you, and you don't even know what's going on with your kids.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't know. My son, 12. Like, I'm having conversations with him where it's still on, like, a kid level. And I go through his phone one day, and I see him texting girls, and I'm like, damn, this little nigga text like he talk like this. Like,
you feel me?
It gave me a whole different perspective on like, damn, my son is 12. Like he growing up fast. Like,
He hearing shit from everywhere.
I'm seeing threads. He roasting people. I'm like, damn, he on the he on the shit I used to be on. Like
Low key
talking to
feel
girls.
good.
It do. But these kids growing up at a higher pace than we are, because everything back in the day, if we wanted something, we wanted a CD. We couldn't just be in school and be like, oh yeah, I got that new Drake.
Facts.
You had to go to a record store. You had to take a
that
couple
could burn
buses,
that
or
motherfucker.
somebody could burn it. But to me, I miss those days.